Hello, besties, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, Bestie. This is the podcast that is as bubbly as your favorite glass of champagne and as cozy as a chat with your best friend. And I am your host, Maryland, here to spill the tea on everything from relationships to self-care to life, love, and all the adventures in between. So get ready with me to laugh, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. Grab your headphones, bestie, and your favorite beverage because we are about to dive deep into the world of self-growth, self-discovery, and a whole lot of fun. So without further ado, here's my next episode. Welcome, friends, to this new episode of my podcast. And today I want to address with you something that I've been experiencing recently in my dating journey. You know, we have the dating apps, everybody's on there, and we have conversations with people all the time about what is it that we're looking for. And sometimes it's kind of like hard to put it in writing, right? To have a list of things. Sometimes we don't take the time to think thoroughly what is it that we're looking for. Yes, we want a partner, or we want a boyfriend, or we want a relationship, we want to spend time with somebody. But what are these things that we are looking for in that someone, right? Do you have a list? How do you express that clearly so that there's not misunderstandings and there's clarity? And clarity is so important when we are interacting with other people, especially in this dating scene where there seems to be so much confusion and unclear expectations from people. And these unclear expectations, more often than not, will put you in situationships that you really don't want to be. So I made up a list of things that are important to me as a woman who is 49 years old and have a lot of experiences dating. I think that I have come up with this clear guidelines for myself of what I'm looking for and what I find valuable in a partner. Certain qualities and attributes that maybe you also share them. So let's dive into the list. Number one in my list is compatibility. It is important to have someone with whom you share common interests, values, and goals in life, right? Because you don't want to be with somebody that wants to go in a different direction that you want to go. That's not going to be beneficial for your relationship. Next in the list is communication. Being able to have open and honest communication is very crucial for building a strong connection with somebody. You know, sometimes we go through misunderstandings, we go through arguments, we go to difficulties in communication because we are afraid to be open, because we don't want to say what we feel or what we're thinking, and we try to cover things up or not being straightforward. And it's important to be honest and open, but just because you're honest and open doesn't mean that you gotta be hurtful, doesn't mean that you need to make the other person feel a certain way. You know, there's ways to communicate effectively without hurting your partner's feelings or taking into consideration their feelings. The next in my list is emotional intelligence. It sounds so beautiful, but so many people lack of it. Being able to appreciate someone who is emotionally aware and empathetic. This is something that is crucial not only to finding a partner, but also to have yourself. Practice building your emotional intelligence, being empathetic, putting yourself in other people's shoes is important, and being emotionally available as well. Another important aspect in my list is mutual respect. We got to respect each other's opinions. We got to respect each other's boundaries. We got to respect each other's individuality. Okay? Because we came into a relationship being ourselves, being who we are. And we have to accept and respect the other person as they are, and not trying to change them, right? We don't want nobody trying to change us. So we have to extend that same respect to other people. If they have opinions, even if we don't agree with those opinions, we got to respect that. And we can engage in discussions with our partner about how we disagree with their opinion without being confrontational. That's very important. The next is trustworthiness. Being able to trust your partner. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. And I'm not even talking about romantic relationships here. We're talking about any kind of relationship, your friends, your coworkers, people that you interact with on a regular basis. Trust is important, and we have to be able to build a relationship based on a solid foundation, which trust is one of the main pillars. Okay, don't be shady, don't be hiding things, don't be lying, not even white lies. I don't believe in that shit about, oh, white lies. Lies are lies. White, black, purple, blue. I don't care what color you want to give your lies to. They're still lies. Okay, so let's be trustworthy. Another one, which is very important, especially for me, is having a sense of humor. We got to be able to laugh. We got to be able to make life more enjoyable for both of us and laugh at the little things. Even make a fool of yourself sometimes. It lights them up the environment. It makes things a little more easygoing with your partner when you both are able to laugh together or laugh at each other. Sometimes people like to make jokes or be a fool or play around. It's important to have moments where you can both share a good belly laugh. Next is kindness. The value of kindness in a relationship is so important. We need to be able to treat our partners with kindness and to other people as well. How you treat people is important. How your partner treats people is important. Sometimes we can pick up how somebody else is by the way that we see them interacting with other people. So you pay attention, like when you start dating somebody, you go, let's say, to a restaurant, and pay attention how they treat their waiters. Pay attention how they treat people out in the streets, because that will be a clear indication to you of how this person's kindness level is. Because that's going to reflect on you and your relationship at some point. The next on my list is supportiveness. You got to have a partner that is supportive of your aspirations, of your goals, or your dreams that are important to you. The same way that you should be supportive of your partner's dreams, goals, and aspirations as well. It's nothing more difficult than being in a relation with somebody that do not support you, that is always criticizing you, that is stepping on your dreams, that is putting their fears, their limitations and biases onto your dreams and goals, because some people couldn't do what they wanted in life or couldn't follow their dreams, or somebody else told them that they couldn't do it, and they project that onto other people. Just because somebody wants to do something that you think is crazy and wild doesn't mean that they won't be able to achieve it. So be supportive. Obviously, if it's something that's ridiculously crazy and you think it's not going to be beneficial, maybe share your opinion about it, but be supportive. We all need that little push and somebody that tells us, I believe in you. I believe in you. And that's so important. That can make such a big difference in people's relationships. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Another one is share values, having similar values, especially when it comes to things like family, core beliefs, is so, so important. We don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't share the same values as we have, even if it's just a few that are more important than any other. Those few should be shared values, because boy, 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 I don't want to get political or anything, but there's certain things like religious, political affiliations, beliefs that can be very, very difficult topics of conversation in relationships, especially when people do not believe the same things. Okay, so these are things to consider. Another important aspect of to consider when you're looking for a partner is, can you have adventures and growth with this person? Like someone who is open to new experiences and personal growth, because we are not trees. We don't have roots. We're not stuck in one place. We need to move on. We need to grow. We need to find uh enjoyment and fulfillment in life. And for us to be able to do that, we have to be adventurous sometimes. We need to be pursuing our goal or growth. So having somebody by your side that also wants to better themselves and grow is important, because that's going to help you both. Another topic that is important is financial responsibility. Hey, we know how important money and finances are in relationships. Being responsible with your financial habits is something that will determine the long-term stability of a relationship. So if somebody likes to spend too much money, doesn't have good management of their money, is somebody that is irresponsible with their payments and their debts and paying late and all that stuff, you need to take into consideration that somebody that doesn't manage their money well will be a recipe for disaster in your life in the future. So very, very important thing to consider and to discuss early on in your relationship. Another important one is health and well-being. You want to be with somebody who likes to take care of themselves, who takes care of their mental and their physical health, because that's also important. Hey, health is wealth. We know how we can get into a lot of trouble down the line in our lives if we don't take care of our health early on, if we don't eat right, if we don't exercise, if we don't take care of our mental health, if we don't, dream, sleep well, or take care of our medical conditions if we have any, go to the doctor, get your regular checkups. There's so many things that we can um, diagnose early on that can be treatable, but if we need to go to the doctor and do our regular checkups, and we need to check, take our medication. And if you don't have any of those things, prevention is the key. Having a good diet, control your weight, exercise, do things together that keeps you moving and keeps you healthy. If you have a partner that is living an unhealthy life and you want to be healthier, that's going to be a problem. So take that into consideration. That is part of compatibility in lifestyle, which is the last one on my list. You want to be with somebody who want to live life and travel, have a home life, or future plans align with the same as you. If you like to travel, if you like to go on road trips, if you like to explore new things, if you like to do something in the future, if you want to stay home all the weekends, things like that, it's important to have somebody that shares that way of thinking, that shares that compatibility with you, because otherwise you are not going to be a match made in heaven. So, having a partner that shares those things with you will make it so much more easy to have a successful relationship. Someone that you can build something deep and meaningful, that you can build a connection, someone that will complement your life, and someone with whom you can share the joys and the challenges that come your way. For you to be able to thrive in a relationship, these things are important. So the next time that you are on a dating app or you meeting somebody organically and they ask you, what is important for you in a relationship? What are you looking for in a relationship? What kind of characteristics, traits, and compatibilities you looking for in somebody? Maybe the list that I just shared with you will help you figure out more or less what is that is important for you and what is the things that you want in a partner. And you can articulate it much more easier and better to the next person that asks you these questions. Okay, bestie, this is going to be it for today. I hope that this episode was helpful, was insightful, gave you some light about the things that I consider important in a relationship, and maybe you should also consider what is important for you to have in a partner in your next relationship. And leave me a comment if you appreciated the content of this episode. You want to share it with your friends, be my guest. If you want to invite your friends to follow the podcast, I'll be more than happy to have you all here. And if you have something that you would like me to discuss, also leave me a comment and I'll be more than happy to take it into consideration. So until next episode, I'll see you. All right, bestie. Ta-da.